welcome to Out Past the Rings, volume 146. I forgot to put the light over there, but I will. So anyway, today we're talking about the Drei Affen 12-inch, the second 12-inch EP called Seguimos Ciegxs, I think. And this was released on June 20th of 2019, with the vinyl following shortly after, but we'll talk about that in a second. So, the history of this goes back to, I guess, Oso Luna. I was a big fan of their other band, Oso Luna, when they branched off kind of and made Drei Affen. Then they contacted me. And I said, I think Drei Affen even had a demo go out. So there was that. But anyway, I released the first EP, just behind over here, and it sold very well, and it was absolutely fantastic. And then got asked to release the Drei Affen Coma Regalia split, so that was really good. That was the 7-inch. Those are sold out now too. And then it came time for this. And there's a little end story that we've got to go through as well, about the recordings of these ones, but we'll get to that later. So this was released on 500 copies. It was released by Through Love Records, Pythia Records, Left Hand Label, and Zegema Beach Records. There's 6 songs on this, just like the previous EP. It comes with a nice vinyl insert with all your lyrics, and they are translated, which is always appreciated. So there's 250 copies, like I said, or sorry, 500 copies, 250 on 2 different variants, if I'm remembering correctly. Maybe there was a third one. That was just Through Love, but I think there was just the 2. But anyway, these are really nice. There's the brown-ish one, and then you've got the clearish one. I feel like maybe these are 200, and then there's maybe 100 on red or something that was an exclusive. But you know, you can just check that out yourself if you want. It doesn't really matter. So the art was done by Rodrigo Almanegra of was he in Discovery of Mr. Mime, and he's in Crossed, I think, currently as well. So his art is just absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I mean, let's take a look at that one more time. Just beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. This translates, by the way, to Following the Blind, so hence the blindfold on that one. Oh yeah, let's go back a little bit here. So instead of getting, I think we got 50 copies of the first 12-inch EP. This one, because we sold in a month, maybe. This one I was like, okay, we're gonna get 100. There's no other labels in North America doing this one. Sweet. And we got the records in the US, and what I mean by that is they arrived after customs and sat in a warehouse for something like 3.5 weeks. So we didn't get our copies until July, even though it came out June 20th. And when they came, every single copy was like this or worse. So apologies if you got one of these from ZBR and your record jacket came a little dinged. We definitely got them like that after they were kicked around the warehouse, unfortunately, by the postal company. So sucks for that, but I mean, like, all of the records showed up totally intact. It was just the jackets, and they play great and they sound amazing. So I talked about Oso Luna before. That band sounded like Welcome to Plague from Spain, essentially, is what it sounded like. Really, really awesome. This takes that approach but adds more crustiness. It still has that like massive, epic, heavy flavor to it. But the fact that this is a 3-piece, they're just absolutely massive, huge. I don't know how they. And I've heard from Edie, for example, from Coma Regalia, when they played with them in Flufffest? At a fest. I don't remember. At one of the fests in Europe. They said that they were just absolutely, you know, just fantastic tone-wise, and, you know, they've talked to me online a lot, and they're very awesome people as well. If you didn't know, Drei Affen means 3 monkeys, is the translation for that. There's no favorite song on this. Just like the last EP. Every song is just absolute fire. If you haven't heard Drei Affen and you're, for some reason, hearing about them through this for the first time, you're welcome, because it's really good. There's a reason why I think 3 to 4 out of the 6 tracks showed up on samplers. I'm just like, so good, so good, so good. after 2 years, I'm kind of like, I should give some other releases some props here. Is there anything else to say about this? Oh, I guess if we move forward here, very much like the first EP, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure this is the same. I got sent 6 songs, and I noticed that the track listing was off. I'm like, oh, you're missing 2 songs. Can you send me the extra 2 songs? They sent me the extra 2 songs. We released the 12-inch EP with only 6 songs, and those other 2 songs ended up on the Como Regalia split. Pretty sure when this happened, same kind of deal where I think they probably did 8 tracks, and there's only 6, because Sank, which is an upcoming 12-inch 5-way split release, is essentially the end result of the 8 Feet Under Part 2 falling apart and dying, and that was... I'll talk more about it when we get to that one, but essentially Drei Affen dropped, and I'm pretty sure they still have those 2 songs. So Drei Affen, if you still got them and you want to release them, please let me know. I love my Drei Affen. If they ever come to North America, oh my lord, we would put them on ZBR Fest so fast, so fast. So yeah, I guess that ends it for this. We'll jump into the Tomb Tree family tree first, because this came out April the 8th of 2019, and this is Tomb Tree number 2. So this is the Grip LP early iteration. LP full length, we'll say. It was released on Tomb Tree. They did the package deal thing, and this was another one where I feel like it lined up pretty well with the sounds that we were going for. I mean, relatively heavy, I would say. This is atmospheric post-rock experimental black metal, I guess. Seems kind of far away kind of deal. Not lo-fi necessarily, but I don't know how much of it was intentional and how much of it was just, the recording process. But it definitely speaks to me as a more black metal, if anything, album. 9 songs. Some of the songs are quite long. In fact, I think almost all of them are at least 3 or 4 minutes, with some of them coming upwards of 7 to 10 minutes. There might even be a really even longer one, but don't call me. Very long tape. Only 26 were made. 16 came on black, and the other 10, they're also numbered inside. The other 10 were on these gray, white, silver, black swirl kind of deals. So they definitely kind of broke up and looked very ghosty. I feel like that's not showing up properly. I didn't put the light in. That's probably the best I'm going to get. Anyway, so those are long gone. I think they did like one more release, I think, after this, and I believe they called it a day. So, I mean, you can grab it on the Bandcamp for sure, but those tapes are so gone. And very lucky that we got to work with them, because I really enjoy their stuff, and they came in at a time when we were nobodies. So thanks for trusting us with your music. Really appreciate that. That's gonna end it, I guess. Come with me, and we're gonna go see the full discography set from oh, that matches, doesn't it? From Drei Affen. Come with me. Let's go.